Let's get ready to
Ripper fight!
What the hell is even that?
That is one big pilot.
For a modern gaming audience.
Why are you running?
Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
We're communists.
Woke.
Would you please get your politics out of my comic books? I'm like, what comic books are you reading?
I'm cured! Praise God!
He vatored! He vatored!
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
For a modern gaming audience.
If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble.
Welcome to Nerd Wars. Sorry about that. Welcome to Nerd Wars.
Please clap.
Oh, there's some claps. Risk it saved us. Clap, clap, clap. Welcome. Absolute pleasure to have you here. We have some late arrivals joining us at some point, but for now, hey, this makes intros super freaking easy. ABF, how you doing, buddy? Have you accelerated any federal law enforcement recently on accident, trying to get home and follow instructions?
No, I just don't put myself in those positions, and believe it or not, I don't want to ever get in trouble. Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
Weird. Have you considered firing AR-15s up into the air, and then when an off-duty ICE officer who lives there confronts you, you point the gun and shoot at him, and then you're the victim? Have you done that?
No, I only do that at those chop zones and stuff like that.
They erected one of those too. I haven't seen any news since it first got reported on. Everybody's showing up.
I can't wait till they name it and then change the name of it every single week. Chop, Chaz, what? Yeah.
Yeah, whenever they find out the last one was accidentally racist or something. All right, let's see. Chill. Ooh, I have not. All right, I've been working on some clips. And speaking of clips, I finally got some chill ones, but we get to watch one of my favorites next. Jake Martin dropping a 20. Woot. So I finally looked into this big, beautiful bill, no tax on tips, and found out these actually do count as tips, including the stickers, all of them, but the memberships count as tips. So I'm able to deduct up to $25K.
That's amazing.
So I had to go and look at the breakdown of where I made the money. I joked about how I'm funded by stickers and how funny it is I'm funded by stickers. I actually got to look in the category and see how much money I was paid in stickers last year. I'm not going to be uncouth, but we'll say it was over $1,000, and so much of that was you, Jake Martin. And it's fucking surreal to look at that number of how much I've been paid with stickers. Isaac, how you doing? And how do you feel about a barter system involving stickers?
Involving stickers? I mean, it depends what they're made of. If they're silver stickers, I would be down for that because we're looking pretty good on that department.
I didn't even hear. ABF just told me 90.
$90. 90.
Well, yeah, because we
100.
keep each other informed every time it goes up like
every
$1.
No, every time it goes up a dime, be real, ABF. I'm looking at it 10 times a day. What? If it's silver stickers, I'd be down for that. So,
all right. Well, let's see. I'm uploading some clips now. Okay, I got 2 Chell clips, but first we needed back to one of my favorites. Sometimes I just feel like playing it because I miss you, Jake.
Attract customers to your business. Make a splash at your next presentation. Keep grandma company. Protect your crops. Confuse your neighbors. African American, hail a cab. Testify in church or just raise the roof.
Whoa, how did you break the Matrix, Isaac? You unmuted during the clip somehow.
I did?
Wait, did you mute to take a drink?
No.
Did you double mute?
No, I didn't press the mute button at all. I coughed during the break.
I heard it, and it was unmuted. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Wow, StreamYard. I didn't press the mute button at all. Wow.
Oh.
Because it said muted on screen while clip is playing. It said that, too.
Always an absolute pleasure. Yeah, really weird. And maybe after 26 months,
it wouldn't let me spell out Dickers. I had to put 2 I's in there, and then I was like, all right.
Yeah, but dicks only have one eye. Some guy just threw milk at me. How dare he? Someone just stole a cement truck. Tons of evidence, but nothing concrete. Two guys recently stole a calendar. They each got 6 months.
I'm worried about the calendar.
Wait,
You've
why?
heard this joke. Because its days are numbered.
Ba-dum-tsh. And then I don't want to forget, because we got a Breezy slipping a 21-monther in here. Gay pizza boy. I don't think Isaac ever was a pizza delivery boy. I don't know why you would say that about him. God, Breezy.
You know,
So rude.
I wasn't a pizza boy, but you know.
Stickers. Okay, now momentarily, I got a couple cello clips I thought were fun.
That's
and
great.
Then there's a little more. Right?
I love it.
He sent me an old Batman clip, and he's like, "This or something with Batman." The clip didn't quite work, and then I just watched a bunch of old Batman clips. It was great.
That's awesome.
It didn't take me too terribly long to do the gifty animations. But man, did I look through Batman for quite some time. So yeah, shout out to all you chatters. Appreciate you all so darn much. And for my panelists for joining us, Hayden! Don't forget about the stream! Okay, he'll be here any second. Mark Mitchell, the best follow on X. So I'm going to probably start these next several streams out with fourth turning, Overton windows, that sort of a thing. Saw Civil War heating up. Yeah, I like it. He's a very good barometer. He's very middle, very just normal, but based as fuck normal. And then I don't very often go on the For You tab. I was confused when ABF I asked him if he used it, and he said that's what he uses because he doesn't want to be in the echo chamber of following. But man, I hate venturing out to all the retards. I like to just see who from the people I follow. But
I like to go right up to him, poke him in the eye, and then run away.
I like both. Yeah.
So, all right. Wait, wait, did I get distracted? Okay, we're poking him in the eyes. I don't remember what I was talking about.
The For You tab.
The For You tab. I ventured into For You tab. Holy fuck, it was so racist. Oh my god, it was amazing. What? I thought my following
why I use it so much.
a bit edgy, but fuck.
Yeah.
My For You tab is way more radicalized than my following tab.
So I have a rule. I don't like something unless I would say it, to anyone. And every once in a while some shit pops up where I'm like, I'm just gonna scroll past that. I like it, but I'm gonna scroll past it.
There was a hard R from a woman.
Yeah. Oh, was that young black chick that she's talking about?
No, not even that one, but also that one.
Yeah, that was funny. I watched that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, Nick Fuentes is gonna put a ring on that. All right.
Oh yeah.
So now let's look at, where's the Overton window these days on the For You tab? I'm fully convinced that the left just needs to be disenfranchised. Left powerless and completely in shambles. I can't disagree with that. We can't share a country with people who lie about basic facts because they want to be the sympathetic ones at all times. Thoughts on disenfranchising the left? I'm obviously a big fan. Hashtag ban the Democrats. Okay, left powerless and completely in shambles. Isaac, you seem to be agreeing.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. With free speech comes accountability, and you can embarrass and disenfranchise and what's the word? Disillusion your adversaries. You don't need to censor them, but just like you said, disenfranchise, make it where it's no longer beneficial for them to continue spewing their nonsense, their lies.
The best part, we already banned the communists. We just have to actually,
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. We have it on the books. Just enforce it and call it a day.
We keep talking about the far left. They can cry far right all you like, but I think that the left has gone much further. And if they do get so disenfranchised that they have to reform and come up with new ideas, that brings them closer to the middle where everyone is. That's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
And to quote Bernie Sanders, and that's a good thing.
The
That's
left,
a good thing.
as we'll be discussing, they're not going anywhere near the center. Gavin Newsom, that like press account is crazy. You got Eric Swalwell going to be running for governor, and he's just out of his goddamn mind, harder than he's ever been. These people are going for broke. And Elon Musk is too. He understands what's coming. He's like, yeah, I'm not donating to these useless ass Republicans ever again. I'm creating a third party. And then now he's like, you know, maybe I will give you guys some money. Demographic replacement is genocide. Yes. So people are talking about like white people being ethnically cleansed. It's like part of the normal conversation now.
Yeah. No, I want my grandkids to grow up in the type of country my grandparents got to grow up in, you know, where we have homogeny and like values and similar culture and ancestry and everything. It's beautiful, you know.
Sadly, we have this generation that's the first one in human existence. We call them boomers, who actually prefer the next generation have a worse life than they had.
That's very true. Yeah.
An interesting phenomenon. But ABF, I got an important question for you. You know why fish are so political? They're always taking debate. They're always taking debate.
I like that one.
It's very
good.
true.
That's really good.
Pretend I delivered it better.
The best is when you come up with a dad joke that's on topic. You know what I mean? That takes skill.
Oh yeah, so coming up with I have to look at my damn cards and say things like, "Becoming vegan is a huge mistake." And sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. Doesn't matter how bad it is as long as ABF laughs. And never forget, Isaac, white men can just do things. This is another For You tab. I had to get rid of a lot of them because I just couldn't justify it. White men can just do things. We don't need permission to rule our countries. We don't need approval from white women. All we need is to support each other and become brutal for our interest. White solidarity is white men ignoring the haters and doing whatever we want. Wang halving. No shame, no guilt, only power. This talk right
Going
here
hard AF, yes.
is why they hate Nick Fuentes and why Isaac's generation, they're not conservative. They're just radical as fuck. And they want to go back to normalcy and being able to have a house and family.
I am radically enthused to restore basic American values from 100 years ago. I don't think that's too crazy. I just want the same regular American values that my great-grandparents got to grow up in, you know, and where one man could support a family of 4 off of a store clerk's wages, and we don't have all the nonsense we're dealing with today. So I don't think that's radical at all.
Oh, but Obama pushed a lot of the urban youths into the suburbs where I live. My buddy lives in what I call the nicest ghetto in my town. And yeah.
Same here. Yeah.
And the problem is the suburbs will vote conservative. So they're pushing all the black people there to vote. Oh my God. Did you see this? The most far left names and the most far right names.
Kongman is pretty based, but I didn't see that. No.
Let's just say Shaniqua is one of the top 10 most leftist names.
Oh, shocker.
Oh my God.
Shocker.
That's funny.
Followed by Lakeisha, but more on that later. No, let's talk about it now, actually. So, most left-leaning names by age. So, 24 and under for women, Amani, Nia, Ashanti, Fatima. So, theirs are sounding pretty. Dunga, 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 dunga. And
Fatima, that's what I call Irwin once in a while.
How dare you? That's me when I would get
Fatima. I think that's like a tobacco brand or something.
That's Irwin's new name, Fatima.
Yeah,
Fatima.
And then we get Anna and Amani and Nia and Shaniqua.
That's my go-to. That's the funny one for my generation.
You know what got me is LaShonda. LaShonda's great there too.
That's a good one too.
Oh, yeah. Right underneath Shaniqua and right above Lakeisha.
Wait, what's down there? Alta Gracia? What's Alta Gracia?
I don't fucking know, bro. Like
that's why there's 75 and older.
Dude, Ernestine.
Yeah, that's true.
These are all the dead black people who vote in all the Democratic major cities. Yeah. Yes. How dare you? All right, now for men, we got Malik, Jalen, also Jalen, Darius, Shaquille. Shaq.
Shaquille?
Fucking Shaq. Shaquille O'Neal, but
Oh.
Shaquille.
Shaquille, am I right?
DeAndre. Come on. Javon, Jermaine, Jamal, Demetrius, another Jamal, another Jermaine, Darnell, more Demetrius, more. But then it gets to the old. So these are the ones who switched, like Black Panther became Muslims or something. Abdul and Muhammad all of a sudden once he turned 55, or maybe that's all the chain migration or something. And then all of a sudden Roosevelt right next to Muhammad. But then of course Tyrone.
Yeah.
So like all of a sudden you get the Abduls and the Mohammeds, but then you finally like get the Tyrone. I don't understand. And then Javier, like
What the hell's Willie doing down there? What did Willie ever do? Yeah. Shame on you, Willie.
Oh, and Cedric. Don't get me started on Cedric.
That was a joke when we were in Egypt. Our tour bus guide, he was basically telling us that 50% of the country is Muhammad or Ahmed.
And here's my thought. That's actually one of the points why I brought this up, because I joked about how let's just go ahead and say no one named Muhammad is allowed to be in America. I think Ahmed or Abdul, I think was the other one I said. Yeah, it's a good place to start.
Yep.
You know what's funny too is they say white people hate diversity. I would argue it's quite the opposite. You know, we don't all share the same name like Muhammad. We have a lot of very different names in English.
Yeah,
and we also have all the different eye colors too. We don't all just have brown and black eyes. You know, we have yellow and green and blue and everything. You know, so we love diversity.
Diverse.
Yeah.
Now the most right-leaning names: Gracie, Reagan, Ashlyn, Carly, Bailey, Lacey, Darla, Tamara, Leanne, Jolene, Carrie Dad. What the fuck is Carrie Dad? And then we get to the men: Brock Colton, Dalton, Tanner, Clint, Ty, Bart, Brent, Rex, Marlon, Galen. God, poor guy. 65 to 75.
Poor kid, yeah.
Of course, Chad though, because Chads are
that's
right-leaning.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Yeah, 55 to 65. Yeah, Chad. I was very happy to see that in there. Randall. So just throwing it out there. People making fun of Star Wars names may be onto something.
Yeah.
Now, okay. Let's see. We're good.
I'm just surprised that Isaac changed his name to Isaac from Galen.
No, from Isaac.
It wasn't easy. It cost a few $1,000s, ABF. You know, it was.
You name your kid
I better
Galen.
not have paid for it.
If you name your kid Galen, they're gonna know how to fist fight by the time they're 20 for sure.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
Galen
true.
Richard.
That'd be
gay dick.
Galen Richard the third. What else?
Not the third. 8 == capital D. Are you allowed to do that? Can you put symbols as your name? I hope so. Now back to Overton Windows. Yeah. This ICE was created in 2003. We can live without it. The Civil Rights Act was enacted in 1964. We can live without it.
Facts.
So
repeal it.
First, the 19th Amendment whole thing, repealing it, like kind of started as a joke, but then the more you joked about it, the more you realized, wait, it solves everything. Now people are at, do we really need the Civil Rights Act? Do we?
Nope.
And that's very
kind of funny how white Americans and black Americans too were kind of doing better before it as well, and then media and communist propaganda made people believe otherwise, and they implemented this crap.
Yeah, we also had like industry and stuff like that back then too that helped. But yes,
a lot of factors. Yes, yeah.
Now, the No King's financial records have been released, and they're all the global homos we thought. Arrest these fucking people. They are literally starting a civil fucking war. From The Nation, liberals think Antifa isn't real, but it is, and it knows how to win. Do you guys know what part of the mental gymnastics this is? The Antifa isn't real, it's just an idea turned into, of course Antifa is real, and we should support their terrorism to stop Trump.
Right.
This is the it's real and it's a good thing stage for Antifa. Now, we've had other like ICE involved shootings and truck rammings and stuff like that, and none of them sparked anything big. And I was kind of actually a little surprised. I'm like, what are they waiting for? And then all of a sudden you get this lesbian, Lesbala. I really like that. She's a domestic terrorist.
Well, George Floyd, actually. But.
So that's they went that moment, and I'm surprised they hadn't done it, and now they finally do it, and it's a white woman, so she checks some box with the lesbian and all that stuff, and still though, I don't think it's gonna work quite as well. They're not gonna get the same martyr, which we'll be talking about. So it's like, why? Why now? Why did they finally activate all their terrorism cells and all their paid protesters along with all of the retards? It's obviously there's plenty of money going around for these protests. There's plenty of real stuff and some grassroots retards too. So why now? My guess is all the fraud. It's the Doge heading towards Minnesota. It's the coming in because a lot of these people are intimately connected to the fraud. It didn't just they weren't just incompetent and it accidentally happened. So I feel like this is in reaction to Nick Shirley's reporting and discovering all this fraud and getting all this attention. I think that's why they finally had to say, this isn't the best one, but we got to do it now. Am I crazy, or do you guys think there might be another reason?
No, I think you're right. I think that I don't think that they paid this woman or anything to do anything like that. I think what happened was they latch on to opportunities. And whenever there's one of these shootings, they're like, oh no, that's terrible. But deep down inside, they're like, yes, activate, Omega, whatever.
They are trying to create martyrs. And they've had some they could have used that they didn't. That's why it's like, why this one? And it's because of all the fraud.
They're trying to muddy up the waters.
Isaac, have you seen any full-blown retards just completely denying the reality of the situation?
Yes, I have it, and I live in an area where you hear and see a lot of this stuff as well. And there's many people that you talk to, and they don't even realize that she was driving forward at the time. They say she was parked or she was trying to back up. You can look at the wheels.
Spinning.
The wheels were going forward. It's
Barely
very
hit them. If she hadn't been on the snow, she would have.
And can we just say it for what it is too? We're not saying the cop, the ICE officer, would have gotten a bruise. He would have died. It would have crushed his skull. That truck, that SUV. Yeah. So they're saying like this is no big deal.
Falling backwards and having your leg run over with a car.
Yes. So they're dumbing it down all over, saying it's no big deal, but it is. She used lethal force against a police officer. So.
Oh yeah, and it's begging for it. And as we'll discuss, thankfully the administration and ICE and Homeland Security have been standing behind her fully. Hayden, you got this, homie?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm not VTuber forming today because I had a fucking ridiculous day at work. ICE actually may or may not have been called at one point. And I worked many more hours than I was supposed to today and ended up the day covered in oil because the fucking illegal immigrant truck driver did not know how to operate his truck and exploded a fucking hose and made a mess of my location, a mess of me, got water in his eye, and instead of filing an incident report, decided he was going to pack his shit up and leave. So...
Well, believe it or not, this is the place to get your frustrations about immigrants out. So you feel free whenever the need arises.
Well, just coming in what you guys were talking about, I actually found out there's a guy at my job that we got to talking the other day, and he was like, I don't usually talk about politics, but like, which way do you lean? And I was like, oh, right wing. And he goes, oh. I was like, why? This kid's like 18, mind you. I was like, why? And he goes, oh, well, you seem pretty cool, so I just thought I'd check it, because I'm pretty left wing. And I was like, I could tell. And he goes, what? I was like, yeah, it's written all over your face and in the way you talk, but that's fine.
Do you use Discord and Reddit? I mean, you use Discord and Reddit is what I meant.
Yes, ABF, that's exactly what it was. Watching him fucking walk around, everybody's like, that dude is a and so he goes, so what do you think about that whole situation in Minnesota with ICE? And I was like, she hit him with the car. It was justified. He goes, well, I think I've seen some stuff that says that she didn't. I was like, okay, send it to me as soon as you find it.
Actually, we have a video of me the second that bitch hits the gas pedal.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bam! Bam!
Except it ain't gifted.
Yes.
Right,
I had when Kyle Rittenhouse happened, I worked with someone a couple years younger than me. He said that Kyle was a mass SHOOTER.
Stupid
was saying that
comic
he was a
Democrats
terrorist.
will
It's
look
crazy.
you dead in the eye and tell you Kyle Rittenhouse shot a bunch of black people. They do not care about
Wow.
facts or videos or evidence proving that dumb woman tried to run a cop over and smiled while she did it. Man, his video is the most damning. And they do this because they know their brain dead base will believe and regurgitate whatever they were told. We full blown, like, people are realizing more and more that we live in completely different realities and we can no longer live with these people in their wild delusions, their communism. It's going to destroy us all. And if we don't make some people mad and get called some names, we're never fixing this. And a lot of people are finally realizing, oh, I'm fine with being called names. We need to fucking fix these people.
I got something with work. I'll be back in just a second.
Sounds good. ABF, you got any thoughts on these brain deads believing anything? Oh, you're muted, but your commentary, I can tell it's so good.
Damn it. I've had some of these exact conversations with my liberal neighbor, and I'm not even joking. She has like 11 or 12 cats or something like that. Total lefty. You know, years ago, like around the COVID times, we would, you know, have neighborhood gatherings and whatnot, and things always turn to politics, and you start getting into these discussions. And she'll tell you some shit, and you're like, no, that's wrong. And then you show it to them, you know, like, look, he didn't say it was, you know, the white supremacists or whatever on both sides. Remember, you know, you show him the whole clip. Yeah, look at this kid. He's pretending to be run over. And then I think he complained later that he got ran over by a cop with a photo because they took a picture of him. They're just out to lie. They're into bad faith arguments.
Well,
they don't want to believe truth.
And the people actually doing this stuff are genuinely trained to do this specifically to get like that picture for all of the retards. And
it's the rules for radicals. That's what it is. They're taught how to do that. Yeah.
A lot of them are probably being paid. Not all this broad might not be getting paid, but seems to be part of an organization that in some way is probably receiving funding. At the very least, she got training through her son's school. What the hell was that about?
I didn't hear about that part.
Yeah, look into that shit. Okay, like, so even if she's not getting paid directly to do it, there's probably some billionaire money going to something involved with this. And if not this one, so many of these other ones. Ice Watch, like they're putting up the apps on the app stores. They finally took them off where it was about doxing Ice. And they all do it. It's all coordinated. It's genuine like cartels. It's just like a Comic Skater Gamergate 2 with all these crazy Discords and Reddits and stuff like that, where they all hide and just plan domestic terrorisms and then act like their moms, even though they don't have any of their kids because they ran off with their bulldog lesbian lover.
You know,
and then also her wife said, "Drive, baby, drive" as well.
Drive.
We have that on camera.
And is the one who clearly weaponized her and then was smart enough to at least blame herself and was like, "What? You're using live rounds?" ABF, what were you going to say about this retard?
No, I was my train of thought went somewhere else a little bit. We often criticize Trump around here, and we're not afraid to do so.
Oh, this is actually a more pro-Trump segment.
Okay.
I tried.
Well, I'm just gonna, you know, punch him one time. Where are the people that were supposedly going to be revealed that have been funding Antifa?
Oh yeah, correct, Pam Bondi. Where the fuck are you? Correct.
Yeah, and that is what's fueling this as well.
Well, the problem is
Charlie Kirk too.
Yeah.
The problem is Todd Blanche is our deputy attorney general who actually runs the DOJ, and he's a Democrat. But he was one of Trump's personal lawyers, and for some reason he's like, well, I can trust these people. I mean, he's a Democrat, but hey, maybe he'll work out better than Bill Barr. So yeah, and this is the time because they're literally about to start a civil war. Fingers crossed. And I like to hear some election stuff. We nabbed Maduro, but it's January. I'd like to hear some of the election stuff we were promised. Now, this one I mentioned earlier. Oh shit! Our GoFundMe ain't even hit 500K yet. Shit, we was gonna get 1 million. Shit, they said we gonna get 1 million. This is Ben Crump, of course. This piece of Vessel.
Yeah.
This Vessel for Demons. Keith Porter Jr. was a father of 2, a son and a brother, whose life was stolen by an off-duty ICE agent. His family gathered in grief, demanding their GoFundMe. We will continue to stand with Kid Porter Jr.'s family until there's justice or they stop paying me. Transparencies and answers. So here's what actually happened. Bro was shooting an AR in the air in a residential apartment complex. And when an off-duty ICE agent who lived there told him to stop firing it in the air, Porter instead aimed it at the ICE agent and fired at him multiple times. Then he got shot by the off-duty ICE agent. But it doesn't matter.
Sounds like a terrorist, to be honest. He took that off-duty ICE agent took down a terrorist.
This is all they see, and this is all that's all they want to believe. Najee Ali and shit.
That's how Muslims
Can
like
I just
to
say
celebrate.
this is why we're oh, go ahead, ABF, sorry.
Their favorite thing to do is the AK up in the air with one hand and then accidentally almost shoot their friend and then play it off like they meant to do that. Oh, you're dead? And then whatever. Someone else did it.
Nothing. Yes, exactly. Yes.
This is why we're talking about the Civil Rights Act, by the way. So
I have no idea what you're talking about. I also want to disenfranchise white people. Is this a man or a woman?
That's a woman.
I don't really care. It's just someone I don't think should be able to vote.
What do you think, Isaac?
I can tell by the crazy eyes.
Yeah, it's got a little
I don't know. I mean, that's kind of the jaw is pretty weak. The jaw is very weak.
Actually, I thought it was a guy at first, and I just realized it was a woman. That's why I was asking.
I don't blame you.
It's got a little choker thing. It's got a little teddy bear. Also,
that means literally nothing though for leftist men.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Correct. Wait. Did they do a bird? Do the bird thing. No, I will say the heart glasses if you didn't notice. So
half a bird. That was half a bird.
You should hit ICE agents because, and you should make if they're going to accuse you of hitting him, you should make sure to run them over as fully as possible. Is her point.
Well, CNN is trying as hard as they can to get the viewers to see the side of, oh, she didn't mean to run them over. She was in a panic situation, right? But that doesn't matter.
And then we saw her smiling and being egged on by her
she
lesbo
fully consciously
wife.
did it.
It doesn't matter. And in fact, just to break down the video, people keep saying, oh, the ICE agent shouldn't have stood directly in front of the car. The car backed up in a way that it pointed directly at him and immediately broke traction on the ice, engine revving towards him.
And he had been dragged previously very far, and he's fully within his rights. And I understand the whole we try to be good and be like, it's a tragedy.
Yeah, and as lesbian number 2 was saying, floor it.
It's a tragedy. Yeah,
I say it's a tragedy that she was brainwashed for years of through the mainstream media and whatever her upbringing. I have no idea, but that's the tragedy, here.
Tragedy that ICE watchers are allowed to exist to do this, and put themselves in these positions.
It's not a tragedy when a criminal does criminal behavior and receives repercussions for it. That's not a tragedy.
Yeah, like what feminism and LGBTQ has done to modern white women, that's an absolute tragedy. Commies getting shot for trying to run over federal officers, it's not a tragedy. That's justice.
And I just want to point out too, people on X were like, "Oh, you pro-white people are turning on this white woman. You're not loyal." I'm like, well, frankly, commies aren't people either. So that's a big part of that too. So, yeah, I can say, of course I'm pro-white, and like Elon's talking about replacement and everything like that. I'm 100% in touch. I want old school American demographics, 100%. But also, commies don't serve. So
all doing this while a federal law enforcement officer is yelling, "Get out of the car! Get the fuck out of the car! Get out of the car!" None of that matters.
First thing you do is put it in park and put your hands up. That's the first thing you do.
And they were editing stuff out, like the Drive Baby Drive and stuff in the mainstream media. Absolutely just next level gaslighting.
When are they going to be held accountable? The mainstream media. When are they going to be held?
Oh, well, they get held slightly accountable, and Jimmy Kimmel goes back and cries and says he's got fascism.
Yeah.
So, hockey, basketball, football, they love to be super fucking gay. And this was the Minnesota Timberwolves held a moment of silence for this dumb bitch. they're trying to.
I was not
George
aware of this.
Floyd.
Okay.
Wow.
Yes.
Was not aware of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Professional sports is as woke as it comes. Right Nationalist nails it. They're well on their way to making her the next George Floyd. The only problem, and it's a big one, is she's white. And that means she's privileged and part of the oppressive system leftists are trying to destroy. The attempt to beatify her will fail for that reason. Correct. We already saw the crazy white woman who went down to have a vigil, but she's like, I feel bad even coming here because white tears aren't helpful and I'm privileged. So
I saw
correct.
that. Yeah.
It just doesn't work as well as George Floyd, though. George Floyd, they conveniently didn't show us half the video for 6 to 9 months, right? This one, even with part of the video, even though we have the full videos now, you can still clearly see that this woman was crazy. She was looking for trouble, right?
Yes.
And whether she was trying to or not, was using her car as a weapon.
And had been causing problems.
Yes.
They to the point where they finally said, get the fuck out of the car. And then that's when she tried to run one of them over.
There is also the issue of it's cold outside, guys. I can't be out in the snow after dark. They're trying though. But we're not going to get riots or anything because it's too fucking cold.
Why was she out following ICE agents around? It's it's cold. Go home, idiot.
No, Isaac, we haven't the answer to that, and it's kind of genius. Feminist protester / ICE officer romance editors are my new favorite thing. Digmatized at the protest. And enemies to lovers, federal romance. Abolish ICE. She came to chant. She stayed to stare. And then we got some more melting ice. And then we got Mills and Boone, wives of fascists. And this was my first one I saw, detained by desire.
Look at those eyes.
Yes.
So did you see that the AI, the AI
that's what I was fixing to say.
You say it, Hayden. You say
it. So the thing that lines up perfectly with this is that also on the AI dating bot websites where they give you free different AI personalities that you can chat with that are to flirt with you and stuff. Racist ICE agent is number 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Yeah. Can I buy that Razor thing and have racist ICE agent tell me how to get good at video games?
Wait, is this? Hold on, I haven't unpacked it totally in my head, but you know how they made Sean Penn like black women in that movie for One Battle After Another, and that was them projecting what they think that we think. Is that because that's how they actually think they're on those sites doing that?
Yeah, here's the thing. So I also saw something that on Reddit over the past couple of days, these white supremacist basically from what I gathered, it was illegals and immigrants are wanting women are wanting white men to degrade them and talk about how they would deport them, and it's a total sex thing.
If it's a side hustle, I mean, if they got money,
it's it's a whole thing. They fetishize it, and it is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It's less creepy than all the monster fucking women are into.
It's like this, Stone Toss Comics, the comic artists and stuff on X. They made that one of the racist white guy where the black chick's saying, "You're racist," and he's like, "Yeah," and then she blushes and she's all in love with him and everything.
Yes.
Exactly. That one.
It's the shit test. Yeah, women like to shit test us, and we failed for way too long because feminism tricked us.
So the girls are going to these sites and they're typing in, "Oh no, I don't have my real ID with me. I hope this ICE agent doesn't, get me in trouble after he just pulled me over. What happens next?"
And handcuff me and throw me into the back of his car and deport me. Yeah.
All right. So ABF, I had exited out of this. I exited out of this, but since you brought it up, shut up, Butter. We'll get to you here in 1 second. So Benny Johnson had posted this on a week ago. Next week, our team is traveling to the fraud capital of the world, California, and then they're gonna do all this fraud stuff. So the Newsom press office, which is somehow even gayer than Gavin Newsom, will make sure Grindr servers are ready. So not only do they keep trying to call Trump a pedo, which clearly they are, now they're trying to call us gay. Actually, some leftists have started using gay as like an insult these days. So yeah,
Right.
your Grindr servers are ready.
That's them
Hey,
projecting
Erwin.
100%.
Just real quick, can you pull that back up just real fast?
I'm sure it's
One
deleted
moment.
by now.
No, one
Yes.
moment. Okay.
Okay.
And then he responded, of course.
Yeah. So I just wanted to point out that that check mark up there at the that check mark right there. Isn't that the actual that signifies a government agency?
No, it is.
If it's a gray check mark.
It's
The gray one.
No.
Yes.
I just wanted to point that out because there are so many people that think that is a parody account because it's run so poorly.
It's the press office. That's what I'm saying. Is the person who runs it is somehow even gayer than Newsom.
Yes,
Newsom doesn't post on this, but it is like officially sanctioned.
It is an official government account, but there are people who think that it is a parody account, not noticing the gray check on it. No, that account is just run that bad and makes Gavin Newsom look that much worse, and it's an official account.
But all they're doing is copying us. Oh, you're gay. Yeah, we've been doing that for 20 years, buddy. Come up with something new. We've been saying that, and you got offended. Now you think it's going to work on us? It doesn't work that way. The left can't meme.
It's, as Butter Framed in Gold for a $5 says, yes, ABF. It's called projection. Yeah, they have a tiny little playbook, and projection has always been one of their favorites. Say your enemy is doing what you're guilty of. It's classic, rules for radicals, as Isaac was talking about earlier. It's a tiny playbook, and when they go full Marxist like this, it's always the Marxist rule.
Yes.
Yeah.
ABF.
No, you're right. I think that you're right. You would think that they would have, some intelligence to try to, cover it up or hide behind something else, but they don't. They're just open with it.
They're reactionary. Like they just lash out at anything that they don't like in any way they can possibly think, no matter how bad it ultimately makes them end up looking. That's why they do the call and response at every protest. All somebody has to start doing is screaming something. Nobody else thinks about it. They just do the call and response like they've been trained to do.
And NPCs, correct. And then the ones controlling it have their piece of paper that tells them the actual chant to do. It's all coordinated.
It's funny when they mess it up too. It's always hilarious. They're out of rhythm or
they have a terrible rhythm to it because it gets too wordy. Just like how they can't meme because it always gets too wordy.
Exactly.
Now,
yes.
I will say I've been enjoying this. Homeland Security and many others, Trump, others coming out. Reminder to all ICE officers, you have federal immunity in the conduct of your duties. Anybody who lays a hand on you or tries to stop you or tries to obstruct you is committing a felony. You have immunity to perform your duties, and no city official, state official, illegal alien, no leftist agitator, or domestic insurrectionist can prevent you from fulfilling your legal obligations and duties. The DOJ has made clear that officials cross that line into obstruction, into criminal conspiracy against the United States or against ICE officers. They will face justice. So that's Stephen Miller. They've been coming out strong. I do like that. I haven't even seen the rhinos coming out and saying arrest this guy. They've done a good job backing him up, and I like that. And that's why they're able to be like this guy. And if you see this one, ICE. I love my job. I can't believe I get paid for this. I do this for free. Protester. I get $200K. I'm a physician assistant. Oh, how long did you have to go to school? 7 years. Oh, I only went to high school and I make $200,000.
Hell yeah. Give them a raise. I support raising ICE wages significantly. Yes.
And we need more of them. Please, God. ABF, looked like you had something?
Oh, I was gonna say I saw this earlier, and if you guys haven't seen that video, go watch it because it is pretty funny because he's just like, oh, you went to school for 7 years, huh? I just went to high school and I make the same amount as you.
I guarantee so that funny. Bro right there, he's got a Twitter account with a green frog as a profile pic. I guarantee it. I guarantee he knows what's up. I guarantee it.
Yeah, and he's like, I love my job.
Hell yeah.
And you know he's free. Just trolling. He's trolling him, and it's so wonderful.
So, my girl Anna Paulina Luna, based on testimony today. God, she's like the only fucking Republican doing anything. I have enough evidence to believe both Tim Walz and Keith Ellison, the Attorney General / communist Muslim, were knowingly complicit in a Somali fraud scheme in Minnesota. Therefore, I've referred them both to the DOJ for criminal charges. May justice be swift. The American people are tired of being taken advantage of. She's the only one actually going after these fucking people. God bless her. And she's hot.
Hell yeah.
I've got a couple more. I think, I'm always having to delete stuff. Yeah, she's always been base as fuck. All right, now Nancy Mace, who I was a little worried about, but has also, I know, well, what, she touched a wall, Isaac?
She's a wicked feminist, like crazy. Like not even a little bit. In that way, she's a leftist for women's stuff. But other than that.
Yeah, and you like Anna Kasparian. Leadership is asking me to draft a strongly worded letter instead of a subpoena for Ilhan Omar and her brother husband's immigration records. I said no. Strongly worded letters don't get answers, subpoenas do. Every Republican on the committee voted against subpoenaing her or whatever and getting her records. Yeah. This is the problem. No backbone to pursue what everyone knows is wrong, and anyone who tries gets treated like the villain. I'm not the villain. I'm doing my job. I will take feminist over at least half the Republicans.
Oh, I'm not saying that she's wrong about that. Yeah, she's spot on right there. Credit where credit's due.
Yes, we all need to be freed. Wait, Sal, have you even seen your clip yet? I played it on Saturday. I don't remember if he was there.
I don't know if he was there.
I don't know.
I'm playing it.
I've always made it my business to help out those in time of need.
Oh, yeah, he was. I just remembered.
Awesome.
Oh, good. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, Ro Khanna, the guy that Nick Fuentes thinks we should work with to pass stuff for some reason. I'm calling for the arrest and prosecution of the ICE agent that shot and killed Renee Good.
Calling for the arrest and prosecution of Ro Khanna for treason.
Yes, and calling Congress to support his bill to force ICE agents to wear body cams. I found out 6 days ago that ICE doesn't wear body cams. What the fuck?
Yeah, they need to. Also, he technically was wearing a body cam because he pulled out his cell phone.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was government issue or his personal one, and then he clipped it to his vest. And right after he did that, he got hit by a car and he pulled his gun and shot. So it was actually like, dude's got some pretty good reflexes with the timing.
Oh, so. I think we can all throw some props on that, as well as those of us who learned more about the Maduro raid. Did you hear like the security guard guys retelling where they gave him sonar weapons?
Isaac and I were talking about that in DMs, and I was like, it sounds like pure propaganda, and I love it.
I don't care at all. Bring it on. Do more. Yeah. Say there was a big triangle in the sky hovering above us, and we started levitating. I don't care.
I would love it if you pull it up and read it, because it is pretty fantastic. I could link it if you want.
Well, I mean, we basically just said it.
Pretty much people know Havana syndrome.
20 guys killed hundreds of us, and there's nothing we could do.
We're talking about the fifth element, about like blood coming out of the forehead. Like people said that started happening to other people around them. Like
and they
blood
said
was
too,
coming
when
out
the
of their ears
chopper
and their nose. Like
How many
sonic
bullets?
weapons were being used.
The lights went out, all their radar went down immediately. We were invisible to them, our people.
Yeah. They said that 20 guys took out hundreds.
I mean, ship lasers. Yeah.
America should be viewed by every other country on the planet as a terrifying thing to go up against.
That security guard is the #1 salesman for Lockheed Martin this year. That's for sure.
Yo, yeah.
We need to be the empire is what we need. So.
No, they're nameless henchmen. They were Cuban communist bodyguard henchmen. Thank you. Oh, wait. Yeah, I guess they were just nameless henchmen. Fuck. All right. Now, so the body cams I support, but not wear masks. Why? So you can dox them? Have visible ID. Oh, okay. So it's so you can dox them.
I get the idea of covering your face up and everything. And if there is some sort of ID, have it like cryptic to where only government people can tell.
Be a badge number.
Yeah, exactly.
And ensure ICE has independent oversight.
Nope.
That sounds
absolutely not.
Independent. You guys have sanctuary cities, and you want independent oversight over a federal agency?
Not for long.
Go fuck yourself.
There's no such thing as a sanctuary city.
Who here agrees with Nick Fuentes that we should team up with Ro Khanna to pass legislation? Anyone here?
Not that legislation, no. And Ro Khanna in general, I don't think he's sensible whatsoever.
Oh, what about his tax on all the billionaires in California that's already made like half the billionaires leave before they've even passed it?
I support that because they'll go to Florida and Texas instead and increase industry for red states. So let the California economy go bankrupt.
I think they might be leftist billionaires though, Isaac.
Yeah,
we don't want them here.
that case, yeah.
They
Fuck
are,
'em.
but
Our economy in Texas is just fine, thank you.
No, I
They
do
are,
recall like
but
a year ago, Ro Khanna was doing something somewhat decent. I forget what it was. But that's like 1 in a million. You know, that's
Yeah, and our side likes to say, "Oh, they did one good thing, they're the best," and then our side does one bad thing, they're like, "They're the worst thing, disown them
Yeah.
forever." It's just
Broken
like, come on,
clock
guys.
twice a day. All right.
Come on.
the thing
Standards,
is
guys.
though is that when you get billionaires to leave California, it turns them into a Joe Rogan or an Elon Musk, where if
That's what
they're
I'm thinking.
physically having to
Oh,
move all their shit to a different state, they realize that something's wrong with their party.
I
I
know
think the
about
rich people
this.
should leave blue states and move to free states. Yeah.
I know about this because it's the Indian guy from that like popular billionaire podcast. The Indian guy who is pretty lefty. He's the one who keeps covering it because he has slowly gotten a little more to the right, just because billionaires suffer the consequences of government a lot more than even we do.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? Love H-1Bs. I'm like vehemently against that shit.
Yeah, how
don't know what you
dare
mean,
you?
dude.
Even as a joke, that's just come on now.
That's dirt.
Ugh, that's
And I just want to say with Ro Khanna too, not only should we not work with him, he should be deported. I don't think he's even an American. So that's kind of my stance on that. But
I like that too. Now, we got a little bit of Iran because if we don't cover it, no one will, except for Asmongold. Asmongold is one of the leading voices in the current Iranian revolution because the mainstream media is just completely silent on him, to where Iranians are literally turning to him to get the message out. So when I first heard about this, I'm like, oh, well, that's real convenient. Yeah, Iran's having a revolution. Yeah, but this one's looking pretty organic-ish.
It's an actual revolution happening. It's pretty wild.
And so my thought is, let's compare this to the Arab Spring, where we have like Egypt and all that stuff fall. So they used Facebook to help organize the protests and push them out and push all the propaganda in, while also pushing all the Muslim Brotherhood in charge of all of these countries. And pushed by all of the talking heads how great Arab Spring was, and social media worked with it. Now none of the media will cover it except for Elon Musk X and people like Asmongold. If the mainstream media were covering it hard, oh, we need these regime change, I'm like, okay, there's something weird happening here. But the fact that it's a complete blackout tells me this is probably pretty organic. Also, their economy's shit, the inflation's crazy, their currency's worth nothing. So,
well, mainstream isn't talking about it because this basically happened from what Trump did to Venezuela.
Yep.
And it would then give Trump way too much credit for destabilizing Iran, which the right-wingers and the neocons have been wanting to do for years. Like what the CIA couldn't do for the past 30 years, Trump did overnight.
Well, you also have the fact that the Ayatollah is allied with Hamas, right? And a lot of the pro-Palestine people can't really speak out against the Iranian rebellion. They're at this weird thing where they're kind of at each other's throats, and the mainstream media doesn't know which side to back.
And they've had the dueling protests, which is how you had the one guy get attacked with the big box truck and then drive through and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. There's an update with that guy. I heard today that he's out on bail for $0.
Of course.
Oh, well, good. He shouldn't have been arrested. They were attacking him.
Well, he was also and that's the thing. The whole thing's weird because it's were they not blocking the area off adequately, knowing that there was going to be a massive protest?
Oh, they don't. Do you not know how these protests work? No, well, they actively work with the police to just take over and be allowed to run wild, but in certain areas.
But the police will block off those areas sometimes whenever those people are protesting, so cars can't get in there. And this guy was driving right through the middle of it.
A lot of times the police will actually force counter protesters together, and they actually actively move crowds around to make the situations worse on purpose. There's certain corners where they're allowed to burn,
there's
trash
definitely
cans,
evidence of
certain
that
places where they'll literally leave cop cars for them to burn and stuff like that.
That happens a lot with these. The RNC, they kept moving security barriers around. It made it impossible for people with a car to figure out where to go. It happened in Hawaii when the fires happened.
That guy
really,
was
really bad
clearly
miscommunication.
trying to get to the protest. Like, and to be able to drive his truck through the middle of all of the people that were pro-revolution, him driving a truck that was anti-revolution, getting right into the middle. Like, it's just, there's something weird about the whole situation.
Yeah, I want all of them sent back to the shithole they came from is the actual problem.
100%, yeah.
With the government shutting down the internet and throttling phone services, Iranians are leaning heavily on Starlink to share videos of growing protest. Iran is hunting down Starlink users to stop protest videos from going global.
So they have these really fancy jammers that are blocking like the satellite signals, but they're only like 85% effective, which sounds like a lot. But the thing is that it only takes like a little blip of information to, go down the chain of command for all these people to coordinate with each other. And also Elon has been working to boost the signal from those satellites, so it's even tougher for those jammers to work. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, very different situation than like the Arab Springs when it was very much so not grassroots.
And I
it updated. It updated.
Oh my god!
Holy crap, dude! $100 in no time. $100 in
me. Well,
silver.
I mean, with charts. So it's all very psychological. So every 10, it's going to go up and then crash down a bunch and then go back up. And at 100, the psychological for 100 is probably going to be, doing that for a while. And then once it breaks away from 100, it's going to be right.
100 is going to be the break point. Yeah.
Isaac, I'm seeing that it's $100 in Shanghai right now.
Yes. Yeah. They've inflated it. There's a lot of reasons for that. But also, depending what you have, there's premiums on this stuff too. So mind you, that value to actually have a manufacturer around. Whether it be the Eagle or whatever, there's premiums. So if you own silver, you're getting more than $100 a piece per.
You're underwater right now.
Yeah, you're underwater. Yeah. Also,
really? Am I still?
No, you're good.
No, you're good.
Yeah, you just had to take a second. It's tough. Apparently, tough to get. Like the supply is not there.
Yeah, so
like if you want to buy
you sent me Costco is 1 ounce per person now.
Yeah, 1 ounce per person, and I think that's because it's basically out.
It is.
Yep.
And people are stocking up and have stocked up. And I just want to make a point too. Back in 2018, it was like $20 an ounce. It was like $20 an ounce. So, just people who 7 years ago, 8 years ago, bought just some silver. It's 5 times in value, 5 times, not just quadrupled, 5 times.
I bought a chunk of it at like 17, I think.
Yep, same.
And we like to talk about the RAM shortages and stuff like that on my channel. There's also now other computer components shooting up in price, and that's power supplies. And the reason why is because silver it's the best conductor for electricity, and that's used in those things. And it also like RFIDs and stuff like that. So this going up is going to make all those products that use it go up.
ABF is financing some expansion to the compound with his silver.
Yes. I'm building a casita in the backyard, which I'm calling the ballroom.
So I will say not to whatever, but I have a receipt that the earliest piece of silver I ever bought was for $15.40 for an ounce.
Nice. Yeah, I got in at 17, so I would have paid like 19 something with the upcharge.
Nice.
Yeah, my total was something like 17 an ounce. So.
All right, so we're moving on to the next segment because ABF's going to be doing some streaming here after. So you guys remember the underboob chick? Well, she has lots of really fun ones, and you guys know how to unlock that. Now, moving on.
I appreciate good personalities very much.
Oh, it's all about her doing like work on cars, and it's just her being naked like in the reflections and stuff like that. It's
okay.
It's
knowing how to work on a car is very essential skills in life. Yes,
she knows what she's doing. And if you guys would like to know what she's doing and her you know how to get it. Now she's got some rugged individualism, one could say. So someone put this up. I figure us nerds would understand it. It's rugged individualism versus the collective warmth of, or what is the warmth of collectivism.
Yes. Yes, Zoran Mandami is a queer. We know this, and that's the Zoran celebration party right there on the right. Yeah.
I forget
that's D&D, right?
D&D.
That's D&D.
Yeah. The right one. I know the left, but the
Yeah, that's what remember D&D started putting tattoos on their gay dwarvish like bar owners and shit. Like they have this series of weird like art that they put out.
And Baldur's Gate 3 is based on D&D, and they said that they're gonna do the divinity path this time around because D&D was limiting their creativity. I wonder if maybe they don't want to have to put some of that new stuff that the D&D rules are having.
They came out and actually said that they did not like the way that Wizards of the Coast was trying to control what they were doing, so they were done.
Yeah.
I think they actually ended up changing that. It might not have been that one fighting the dragon, but one of the iconic ones that's fighting the dragon, you just see her back, and eventually they did a new one and they turned it into like a black woman that you could see from the front. Lol, it was a black woman this whole time. All right, now I've been trying to warn some people about some midterms and some 2028 and some concerns. Follow Mark Mitchell if you're super confident about them. You know who's super confident in the midterms? Bill Mitchell. And looking at this midterm from the Mile High view, I don't see how Democrats take this. They've got no agenda. Oh, they're fighting corruption, guys. Mondani, lol. The Trump economy is terrific and getting better. Game over. So if any of you think that Republicans have it in the bag for midterms, Bill Mitchell agrees with you, and you should probably rethink your whole life.
Yeah, that tweet is literally, I'm so out of touch with everything going on. Like, he might as well have just said that.
And this is exactly what Hayden hates from what is it, Starbuck? Robbie Starbuck?
Yeah, Robbie.
Hey guys, everything's fine. You could just go take a nap. Right? Is
that
what you hate, Hayden?
Yeah. That's exactly what this is. It's the
That
same
sounds very
shit that I hate.
like Cat Turd, who blocked me too. By the way,
We don't say the R word, okay?
No, I mean it's the same shit. It's somebody coming in and going, everything's fine. No, it's not fine. You fucking retard.
We're never going to be able to get him to bed now. He's all fired up.
I'm sorry.
I just have to say, you sound like a bunch of black pillars. Okay, everything is sunshine and rainbows.
Dane
Trust the plan.
Gonna tough guy beat you up.
Trust the plan, Erwin. Trust the plan.
I'm so glad I unfollowed Dan
New Q drop coming in a couple of days, guys.
Exactly. But
how am I looking at you? Ow!
Oh, you're so strong. Oh no, you should have stretched first.
Fuck! Ow! I'm gonna feel that tomorrow.
We want Republicans to win. We want them to be successful. That's what we want. So do it.
That's the problem, though. We want them to. They clearly
They're
fucking
beautiful
don't.
losers. Beautiful losers, a lot of them.
Well, that's the next task we have, is them actually doing some good, but not as much good as Alec Baldwin's finger gifting 50 Nerd Wars memberships. Oh, I get these out and I forget to put them on because I get too excited. But we're going to war against the Greys. And we have
Dirty
some clips.
Greys.
We have some clips for that. I might steal some clips because I have some new ones that are fun. Magnum couldn't be here tonight. I want to play his. Get stolen. Ooh, English Batchers. Don't tell anyone I played his early.
Yes! Whoa! Oh boy!
And I liked Young Frankenstein, so I'm pretty happy. And then he had me watch Dust Devil, and I fucking hated it so much. It's the worst, one of the worst things I've ever seen. And I'll be reviewing that on Sunday. But for now.
Oh, is that what you want?
Yup.
Because that's how you get ants.
Yay!
Yay! That yay is so similar to the Mac 10 shooting. Yay! It's
Mac
kind
11, Erwin.
Oh, it's an 11. That's like one better, right?
It is. It shoots a 9mm.
Nice. And
Wait, it's a smaller bullet though, but it's a bigger number.
That's right, but it shoots faster, so it's
okay.
So what does the Mac 10 shoot? What caliber?
45 caliber.
Oh, I assumed it was just blatting some 9mm. Okay, so but what's cooler then? Shouldn't bigger bullet be cooler?
Bigger
9mm
bullet. It
9mm
typically
better,
is cooler, but when it's shooting at like 1,200 rounds per minute, it's way cooler.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
45 is
fair.
sort of slow. Yeah.
And a little bit more expensive whenever you start flinging that many of them in one direction.
Yeah, that's also
fair,
true. Yes.
Fair. All right. So Benjamin, an absolute OG, I wanted another clip for him, and he complimented Isaac's Gondor flag. So I went, well, that means he's getting a Lord of the Rings clip.
Destroy it!
I don't think I will.
Okay,
And
that's
wait,
awesome. Yeah.
Did I upload one? Okay, no one tell Mog. I finally made Mog one because when Mog first showed up, I thought he'd be around for a while. He was just a funny account, and Mog like never went away. So I finally made a clip for Mog. Tell me what you guys think.
What is it, Mog?
I'm gay.
Thoughts? it's the iDubbbz I'm gay. It's super old like meme clip. Thoughts? I seem to enjoy it at least.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. That was great. It was unexpected, and it just kind of hit you out of nowhere. That was good.
Back when iDubbbz was still like a little bit funny and didn't go crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna be trans by the end of this nonsense.
Oh, he will be. Yes.
And well, Isaac and AB have to both enjoy this.
It has begun.
Obviously, still would.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Okay, all right.
38 seconds.
Yeah.
Shout out, AB. I appreciate you, man. You hit Sebrew, you hit Aaron, got Sonya, you hit a woman. Hot Star Wars Lego. Net Stealer 69. Voice protagonist. You got a bunch of good ones. Got Freddy. Lovely. Appreciate you. And if you guys need someone to hang out after this with chat, ABF's gonna be streaming some, what the hell's it called?
What is it called?
Quarantine Zone, the last check. That's why I pulled it up, because we're retarded. And
I recently checked that out, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. You run your own compound and you let people in one by one, and you're like, I don't know, you look sick. And then you put a bullet in their forehead because they look sick. And then you're like, next.
I would just keep it simple and use the Family Guy chart. Just use that. That's all you need. Yeah.
True.
So true.
She's got excellent lighting in these videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. The last one, she had a skateboard with a light under it going underneath, and she'd hold her shirt out and say, let's see how well you can see through the fabric of different colors.
I'd say the rims are kept perfectly shiny. Everything. It's very
What rims?
Yeah. I wasn't talking on the truck.
Get me out garage. I don't know. You might have seen us around doing corn differently. She's so hot and she just does a lot of flashing. She also will like put a bra on and then tie weights to it and see how many weights it takes to rip my bra off. She's a genius.
So scientific.
That's content.
We need these kind of people out there making stuff now that Mythbusters doesn't do stuff anymore, you know?
Preach. Yeah. Exactly. Yes.
Okay, since you dropped it.
Honestly, I wouldn't want to see Jamie Heineman doing this, though. I would pass on that. But.
So, yeah, this is what I'm saying. As she does a lot of like car reflection nudity or like working on like the lawn.
Well, it was nice while the channel lasted, Erwin, Yeah.
I'm just saying I appreciate her many talents from the front and the back. Okay, back to what we were talking about. Back to Mark Mitchell. Everything Trump did that the leftist media clutched their pearls over is more popular than even Trump is. Firing fellow workers, mass deportations, National Guard in cities, bombing narco boats, nabbing Maduro. We want Trump to be Daddy Trump laying down the law. Reminder, by a 2-to-1 margin, voters said that Trump was doing not enough of what he promised. Less than 20% thought he was doing too much. We want him to do what he promised. Now, look, see, Trump pulls a -6 net today, which just means I think under 50. That's the highest in a long time. So Trump is finally like laying down the law and his approval rating goes up. How crazy. We want dictator Trump. Do it. Yeah. Sorry, yes.
We didn't vote for bipartisanship. Bush era, get along to go along type of policy. We voted for God Emperor Trump to dominate the galaxy. Yes, exactly, Hayden, to crush the radical left.
Yeah. Not only we're not afraid of their lamentations, we yearn for their lamentations.
Yes.
Their drive baby drives followed by brat brat brat, which shout out to 3. The fact that he even got 1 out is insane. And then when she drives into it's like right into like the pole in their
can I say what the most upsetting part really? That dog was in the back seat.
That's my favorite reply. ABF, did you have that thought as well?
Sorry, I was distracted. I wasn't paying attention.
The stupid bitch in Minnesota had a dog in the backseat. A black lab.
Yeah, that poor thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yes,
I feel horrible for that dog.
You know, someone in chat, I can't remember who it was, actually said that, and I saw it on the chat on the screen here, but it didn't show up on the StreamYards on the right or in YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, YouTube suppressed just him talking about the dog.
Wow.
Oh, well, it just seems in general, like sometimes it just doesn't put some things, because I've had milk toast things not show up either. It's just,
that's true.
Yeah. And, but really the only, like the most annoying thing is everyone thinks like it's us doing it. It's like, why would we censor? We don't have enough chatters to be censoring chat, you know?
Erwin.
This is true.
I need more chats. I mean,
more engagement, yes. More hate comments. Call me gay. I don't care. Give us comments. Put them in the chat.
Yes.
Don't call me gay, but we'll move on.
Please.
You know, whatever.
Please.
Like I want to be like the Horus without the heresy to Trump's God Emperor. Like I want to be his favorite son and to spread his word across the galaxy, and then just like not go the heresy route of being.
That's barren. Okay, Hayden, that's barren.
I know, but still, you can always aspire as a Primarch to want to be.
It's
Horus.
true.
Hayden, Tobias Hayden says the same thing about you. You know.
Don't know what you're talking about.
I just hope that Emperor Trump shines his light down upon Macedonia and his loyal supporters who provide all the bullets to his troops.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just going to say we're going to be Bullet Town, dude.
That's the great thing about Warhammer is like, yes, it's grim dark and it's like terrifying, but it's also that the humans were driven almost to the point of extinction and went, you know what? Everybody else can go fuck themselves, and we're going to kill them if they're not going to be part of the Imperium of Man, if they're not going to say that the Emperor is the God Emperor.
Just while we're on this subject too, would we agree, and we say this on X all the time, that we would have been colonizing the galaxy by now if we didn't have to babysit third worlders all the time?
1000%.
I truly believe it. I truly believe it. Yes.
Correct. And the concern is the way we're going to end up having a white flight from the planet, not just like the major cities. And
I'm good with that. Sign me up. I'll get them far away from possible. Yeah.
Whatever encourages us to find a better spot for ourselves, you know, it usually turns out pretty decently for a while, at least, until all the undesirables start showing up again.
If you want God Emperor Trump to take care of the undesirables, like the stream. Now,
remember, deportations is the moderate position.
The election 2 years after Kent State. Shoot more commies is what this map is telling me. Thoughts?
Yes,
peacefully
correct,
and legally
please.
shoot commies, obviously. We don't support violence except in self-defense against commies.
Agree to that. There's been a lot of revisionist history, especially from lefty boomers, about the reaction to Kent State from the general public. The general public did not have negative reactions to Kent State like the boomers will tell you. You know, the hippie retards did, but people were like, yes, commie insurrectionists need to be put down. We fully agree with this. We're American.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
And the fact that all those hacks did Watergate alongside the fucking deep state former FBI director is insane now. When you actually think about it. Yo, hot great. Now, this. I am the captain now. This Homeland Security. And I will say, he was having some serious problems, making a lot of bad moves, wasn't doing enough, and he finally, it seems like he's put it into another gear. Seems like he's activated a bit. I enough to where I have some positive tabs coming up. I've been a bit happier with Trump these days. You guys, how you feeling?
Yeah, much better.
I do
when
too.
When I realized that the no tax on tips, actually, I could do, I went, President and Republicans doing something for me, a normal white man?
Oh, Erwin, I don't know exactly.
It made me want to vote in midterms. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah.
I don't know all the details, but I guess there's some states that aren't letting people take that off of. Is that just the state taxes?
A state tax. Yeah.
Okay.
Trying.
Yeah.
They're passing it on federal taxes, but some of the states are trying to put in their own stipulations for state taxes.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a conservative. I'm in a conservative state, so hopefully they won't fuck me about my state taxes aren't crazy. But yeah, like I didn't want to believe it was real because I'm like, the government actually doing something that helps me, letting me keep more of my money. I'd say it's more your guys' is already taxed money,
and already half of it was taken from YouTube as well.
And that's what that's what I'm saying, and it's
Which
like
is
helping me,
insane.
and it's for the next 3 years, and all of a sudden I go, oh. I was like quite anxious about what was coming up. There's a good chance I was fucked. I was gonna have to be getting another job, and I'm like, wait. Now all of a sudden I can keep doing this, and I'm more comfortable.
You know what the
be
beauty,
self-employed. What?
The beauty of this being an executive order type thing is that if they get 3 years of this, all of the streamers will fucking riot the moment that a Democrat tries to put it back in place.
A lot of people. Yeah, well, and just the tax cuts in general, too. A lot of people want to pretend it's just for the corpos, but nah, pretty much all taxpayers, especially if you have children.
Yeah, some of those people are also just, sticking their fingers in their ears like, no, I'm not saving money. And because they just hate Trump, they're not going to let him have a win.
Yeah, that's true.
They'll even lie about how much money they're saving.
I call balls and strikes around here, and realizing how much I was going to be able to save in taxes was a grand fucking slam for me.
I was going to say, but like, even though they'll try to say, oh, we hate Trump, they will still write it off on their taxes. And the minute that it comes back as a tax bill that they have to actually pay, they will lose their fucking shit over it.
I will say it's up to 25K, and then like memberships don't count because like things where you get some sort of like video or some other service for it like doesn't count. So it's the super chats or just the donations, is that what they call them on Twitch? So it's
super chats, donations, I think stickers, like
the direct money.
If you can get membership videos, it's technically you're paying for a service.
Yeah, getting VODs on Twitch and stuff like that. Yeah. Which I think is reasonable because those aren't exactly just direct normal tips.
You can't write off gifties.
No, but I can do stickers, super thanks, super chat. So yeah, like I said, it's
cool. Okay.
I'm not trying to be uncouth, but we're talking like 40% of my income gets deducted from that alone. And if I get to do the standard deduction, that's like 60%. And then I get to do all my write-offs. Like I could get my like under 10K when I'm paying like taxes on.
Yeah. Just word of advice for everyone doing taxes, keep a box of receipts every single year. That way, if you have to dig stuff up, you can be like, here it is right here.
Yep.
Write everything off.
Yep.
I have my receipts. Don't you worry. Yeah.
Like even when you go to the gas pump, say, yes, I want the receipt.
And then that was my thing is I was like, this year, after seeing all the small shop, I'm paying as little taxes as possible. Because last year I went a little safer on the write-offs, but then I found out how much I could have written off that I didn't. Now I'm like, I'm going hard as fuck. And then this happens. I'm like, oh, wow, I'm actually going to get probably a decent chunk of my money back, and it's going to take me from having to worry and get another part-time job to being considerably better off. And
if you can afford it, get you a good CPA.
Paying taxes is gay as fuck.
Yeah.
And you want to pay as less as possible to be as less gay as possible.
Dude, and I've heard people say, oh, who are you to try to skimp out on taxes? People will say stuff like that. You should be doing everything in your power to pay as little. It's your patriotic duty to pay as little taxes as possible.
Yep. Correct. Yeah, this is what I say to people who complain about not paying enough taxes. Any amount of tax is too much tax. Yeah, we're actually okay. Yeah, that's actually what we are at. And shout out, chat. Appreciate you all so much. Trump shows his middle finger and appears to say, fuck you, after Ford worker yells, pedophile protector, because now these pedophile protectors are trying to pretend that Trump is the pedophile protector, even though we'll be discussing how the Clintons are just not going to show up for their congressional subpoena. Okay, but, Trump, he's totally cleared in all of this, but, like, the Clintons in the pictures, don't worry about them.
Even though Trump's the one trying to pass legislation protecting minors from the T and LGBT, from all those people and surgeries and all that stuff, Trump's the one actively trying to protect minors, with legislation. But they're accusing him of this stuff. It's insane.
And so it's blatant loud. He absolutely says "fuck you." He makes sure, like, he does "fuck you," and then he drops the second one. It seems like, right?
A blind lip reader could tell that that's exactly what
that was
Trump
a
says.
hard F he pronounced there.
And then, if you weren't quite sure, he absolutely flips him off too.
He's a New Yorker. He's from New York. What can you say?
Oh, yeah, that's what. Yeah, Alex Jones has mentioned that several times. That Trump has a colorful vocabulary in private.
Yeah.
Like
I love it,
sailor.
frankly. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a New Yorker. Like
this is what I voted for. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Now keep on doing it, please. Here we go. Little good news. A one-way ticket. DHS is ending temporary protected status for Somalians in the U.S. Our message is clear. Go back to your own country or we'll send you back ourselves. Okay, that's awesome. However, the last time they did this for like Haitians and others, a federal judge just comes in and says, no, you're not allowed to do that. And then they just go along with it.
Yeah.
We have to start ignoring the judges.
Yep.
Hear me out. So Somali fraudsters are a problem, and on the subject, India's economic terrorism against the elderly should be treated as an act of war. It also makes it so I can't even answer phone calls. It's an act of war by India. The first president to drone strike Indian scam call centers will have an 80% approval rating.
Yeah,
I fully
dude.
support it, right?
I get harassed by them 3 times a day. That call earlier was one of them.
How much would you pay to be in an AC-130? How much would you pay for a kill
dude,
streak?
I would pay a lot. Hell yeah.
I would go into crippling debt.
Yeah, it's like give yourself cancer and become a Make-A-Wish kid so you can mow down Indians with an AC.
Listen, I played plenty of Modern Warfare 2. I know how to use a gunner seat. I know how to drone strike, all that stuff. We can do it up, you know.
And that is where we currently are at. Now, President Trump announces that starting February 1st, the federal government will suspend all payments to sanctuary jurisdictions. It breeds fraud and crime, no payments. So we've been waiting for this. Is he actually going to follow through on it? He says he is. And just before this, this was Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. It's Reckoning Day for Gavin Newsom. Our demands to California were simple. Follow the rules. Revoke the unlawfully issued licenses to dangerous foreign drivers. Fix this system so this never happens again. He refused. So now I'm pulling nearly $160 million from California. We've been waiting for him to pull federal funds from the states, and please God, arrest these governors. He's finally starting to do one of these. Makes me happy. ABF, you like to see this?
Yeah, definitely. Like I was saying, sanctuary cities aren't a thing.
Yeah.
So don't give them any federal money. You know, there's probably more than 160 million that the feds owe they've promised to California, not owe per se, but just pull all of it.
Yeah.
And Trump really needs to make go ahead. Yeah.
I was going to say all of those cities that identify as sanctuary cities. Let them all become their own escape from movies.
Yep.
Fuck them.
Yes. So you're not going to save America with target operations. The only way to prevent a civil war is to start mass deportation of 40 million illegals. You have the tools. Insurrection Act. He keeps talking about it. Cut off banking. That's the big one. And that's something they've also been talking about that they're going to start doing. Utilize interstate highways for enforcement.
Yep. The feds pay for them.
And bring in the military. I'm
and start making examples of these blue state politicians that enforce this crap. You know, the Tim Waltzes, all of them. They need to start getting arrested. Yep. Mind you, President Trump is the same man that tweeted the famous, I believe it was Napoleon quote that said, "The man who saves his country breaks no law." Essentially, and I might be misquoting slightly, but do it, and roll in and do it. Yes,
as Mark Mitchell always points out. After he did that, his polls have never been higher since he did that.
Yes.
That's what we want.
President Trump, save our country and break whatever laws you need to do it. I don't care. Save America. That's what we voted for.
Speaking of which, do you have any tariff talk on the docket? Because I just wanted to say something really quick.
What are you thinking? Yeah.
So,
what are you thinking?
I believe tomorrow the Supreme Court is going to rule on whether or not Trump is allowed to enforce tariffs without Congress. And it's looking like it's like leaning towards he isn't going to be able to call the shots anymore. Correct. Even after the Fed said that it was going to cause massive inflation, but we have the lowest inflation we've ever seen.
Yep.
Also, tariffs are, there's so few things that presidents are supposed to and allowed to do. And that's one of the few.
If they undo everything that has been making the economy just roar right now, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah, me too. And the thing is, the Fed is a private organization that is allowed to run by the government. So the government coming in and saying, oh, okay, Fed, you're not allowed to do this. We're going to enforce the tariffs. We're going to take this. And our commander-in-chief of the country should have the full ability to do that, even if Congress does control the purse strings, which is the argument that they make. They do not control international policy, and tariffs are international policy. So I hate the argument that's happening right now, and it really pisses me off. But yeah, it's looking like because of the seating arrangements that we have right now, that we may lose all of that.
It's very concerning. Yes. We have a year to get stuff done. If we lose the House, it's going to be impeachment theater for 2 years.
Yep.
Stephen Miller, federal district court judge rules taxpayers must fund infinite refugee daycare scams. It's not a legitimate system. This is not democracy. Correct. We don't care about the rule of law breaking down because it broke down a long time ago. And then this guy points out, you can obey the judges or you can save the country, but you can't do both. And I think we all want the Bukele treatment for judges. Please understand what they're doing. They're slow walking you on everything, just like his first term, hoping that you will follow the orders and try to win in court. They know they can't win these cases. They don't care. That's not their goal. Their only win condition is to delay. Also, they just cheat. They do whatever the hell they want. And we had Supreme Court thing rule that they can't keep doing this shit, that these federal judges keep ruling outside their jurisdiction and putting these these blanket stays and stuff like that. By delaying you at every turn, they win by stalling out Trump's entire second term. We can't even get the Senate to get his people in. But more importantly, by burying DOJ in frivolous legal cases, they're using up all of DOJ's resources, which means less ability for DOJ to go after criminal Democrats and their rampant fraud. If Trump continues to comply with these illegitimate judges and orders, then America is lost.
I actually
want to see him arrest some judges. Yes,
exactly.
So, whenever the Supreme Court has said that federal judges are not allowed to do this, in that case, I believe that Capitol Police officers, since they are technically federal officers, can be sent to a federal jurisdiction, which is every federal courthouse, and they may arrest somebody for a federal crime. Send out the Capitol Police to arrest these judges and put them in their own jails.
We're coming for it, Benny. You can't stop us. Sorry, Benny. And actually, no one tell Benny we already played this clip. Benny, I have a new clip for you. Member for 20 months. We haven't played it either, I swear. Negotiations over Greenland this morning. Hey, guys. It's ours. Yeah. Sorry, Benny.
Yep.
And now we get to play this clip. I like it. Here we go.
Destroy it!
No. I don't think I will. Yes. Wait, go. ABF, did you have something?
No, I was saying no.
No, yes. I don't think I will. Such a Giga Chad move. So, the Clintons facing contempt threat. Clintons refused to testify in Epstein inquiry. And they basically have this little letter that says, well, the Trump administration has been covering up for Epstein, so they'll just cover up what we have to say, so we're not going to do it because they'll cover it up. So we can't go to your committee hearing about the cover up because there will be a cover up if we don't cover it up.
I think they accuse Trump of is what Bill Clinton is guilty of. That's exactly. They're just inverting it. They're saying, no, it's you, actually. That's what it is.
No, your mom gay.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yes. Now, and then Tim Cass, no one expects the Clintons to actually go to jail for contempt of Congress. This is what they got Steve Bannon for, and I believe Peter Navarro for.
Yes.
A lot of times they subpoena, people don't show up, and they don't do anything. Hunter Biden fucking walked out of his 5 minutes into it. Nothing happened to him.
Just left, nothing happened.
So nothing's going to happen to them. But if they're treated like Steve Bannon or Peter Navarro, they should be going to prison. They're not. Well, at least they're attempting to hold them in contempt.
The right is afraid to wield the power when they have it. The left wields it with no regard for anything.
And that's what we need. That's what I'm saying is you can say Trump's better than Kamala all you want, but we don't need better than Kamala. We need good enough to save us and have a second American Revolution so we don't have to live through a second communist revolution in this country.
And also, conservatives are very good when you have something left to conserve. And we have been taken away from and taken away from and taken away from for generations now. And now it's time to restore. And to restore, to be a restorationist, you need to be aggressive. And you need to advance. Yes.
And Epstein and Clinton's very good example of that old order and that two-tier justice system. Like, they are emblematic of what is wrong. So if we can't get justice against them,
exactly,
we can't help but think there is no justice. So at that point,
I just want to say,
dictator.
I'm going to become white-pilled as hell. I will become a Trump sycophant, 100%, if Clinton goes to jail. 100%.
Oh, that's
100%.
one of the things that got him elected in the fucking first place.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he's like,
I voted. Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to be partisan, so we're not going to put her in prison.
No, I voted for that. When I voted for Trump, I voted for Clinton to go to jail. That's what I wanted.
Yes, and Clinton started the Russian collusion hoax at that same time.
Yep.
And
exactly
Trump still didn't do it. And then Comey, he's not in trouble anymore because the corrupt judges say, well, you didn't appoint the district attorney correctly, so you're allowed to do whatever treason you want and leak whatever you want. Now, back to dictator Trump, or as I like to call him, El Presidente. President Trump announces land strikes on Mexican soil against cartels.
Based. Oh my God, I've been waiting for this.
Love it. Yeah.
This is like 5 days ago. This really makes it seem like when I first saw this, I'm like, what, we're doing it? And then, but it's not, that isn't quite what happened. Yeah. But it seems because the thought was, well, with Venezuela, we're going to go for Cuba, Mexico, Colombia next. The rhetoric currently is pointing in that direction.
It's entirely possible, and that makes me very happy.
Well, as we discussed, we're not really big fans of war, but we don't mind a little Western chauvinism, a little Monroe doctoring. And if we are going to do some war, go to war against the cartels who are destroying our fucking country and who all the commies are working with.
We don't like endless wars in the sandbox, but curb stomping someone right to the south of us is fine. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, when the sandbox is in our backyard, it's a little,
exactly right.
Sense.
I don't know if you can really call us the United States of America unless we take over all of the Americas as territories.
That's what I called it last week, the United States of Americas.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
I used to go to Rocky Point like every single summer. It's only 3.5 hours away, and you can rent like a mansion on the beach. And if you have 10 other friends, it basically is like $100 each. So you have to pay for an entire weekend. We haven't gone for the past, I don't know, 7-8 years because it is far too dangerous to go there now. Like the last time we were there, we almost got into like an armed conflict. It was crazy. So we're like, we're not coming back.
Yep. I don't like having narco terrorists run the country that's on our southern border. Hayden?
I was going to say, imagine if we just swept through Mexico and Central America and into South America. And once all of that was taken care of and we said, you know what, we're going to be your supreme governing body now. But yeah, you're still your own province.
In Venezuela, we put the freaking vice president in charge.
And we just also surrender to you guys and be a part because you fixed the economy of all of those third world countries to your south.
Territories, though. No states. Yeah. Territories only.
I said provinces, but yes, territories. You're not allowed to be a state. You can be a territory.
No voting.
Mexico is such a shithole. You just drive around there and there's just half-finished buildings everywhere and people living out of them. It's crazy.
Mexico is literally a third world country. And people don't realize that because they have some tourist destinations.
Damn it, Benny. Stop reminding us that a republic is at the age where it dies, along with a currency as well is also where it should die. And I think silver about to hit $100 is a pretty good indicator of where the dollar is going to be going in the future.
Disagree, Erwin. Benny is right. We are on the age of the great American empire, and it's time for us all to embrace.
I'm actually okay with it. I'm okay with it, yes. Yeah.
Well, it's... if we get through this, it's still going to be a different kind of empire. It'll be the death of the liberal world order, and will be a new kind of empire.
I just hope we can elect a Christian king, if possible. Not even so much elect, coronate. You know?
No.
Well,
Keep in mind,
except in enlightened prince as well.
the Roman consulars, before they became the emperors, they were only allowed to serve for a 4-year term, or 2 4-year term. No, it was an 8-year term. I can't remember what the term was, but then they broke it one time to allow one of the Roman consulars to be consular twice, then didn't elect a second consular because they used to have 2 of them. And it was about 20 to 50 years after that they suddenly went into emperor. And that's where everything started to kind of fall apart.
Yeah, aristocratic utensils sounded crazy, going on about monarchy this, monarchy that. He sounds less crazy by the day.
Oh, yeah,
We all beg
he
for
does.
King Trump to save us. He's still a little wacky at times, but we like him regardless. Because we can all be a little wacky at times, such as when Benny draws 50 dicks. Republics have a general lifespan of 250 years. You are heading into an empire graveyard. Yes. But we got
Would you
funny
say
clips.
that the end of the Republic, the boomers fit very well into that? And not always the boomers, but what, like the very tail end of the weak men creating hard times, those hard times.
The fourth turning.
The fourth turning. But in our case, the hard times may have what propels us into the empire. It might turn out that way. It really might, where we need to become more aggressive, not only take back our country, but our general security on the world stage.
Like several grand cycles lining up. So we're going to either head into full-blown like dystopia / like post-apocalyptic outside of the dystopian cities and stuff like that.
Right.
Or we're going to have like an American Revolution globally, and we're going to go to the
like
stars.
a Renaissance type of thing.
So either we tar and feather all of the globalists, or we become their slaves.
Yep.
I'm remaining optimistic. I think we can pull it off still. I believe in miracles. So
yes. I mean, just look how much the Overton window is moving. It's crazy. And shout out Jeff for the raid. Appreciate you, Jefferson.
What's up, Jeff?
Shout out, brother.
And we got a ton of people over on Twitter. Yeah, we almost had like 200 people allegedly watching on Twitter. Okay, now
you might be right. It might have been Crassus that was the one elected for multiple terms. I can't remember. But yeah.
Okay, now we got some bad ones, though. President Trump to interview BlackRock Chief Investment Officer Rick Ryder for Federal Reserve chair, because Jerome Powell's out in May.
Well,
so he wants to put the BlackRock CIO.
That's
like that.
That's kind of interesting because to actually bring it back to the light again, Trump was talking about banning large corporations from owning single-family homes. So maybe that's part of that discussion.
We're talking interest rates on credit cards. Yeah, he is going. That's what I'm saying is he activated. There is actually a lot more I could have done, but we only have so much time.
Banning usury. That's actually like a good thing. Inspire young families to have homes and children. That's that's how you make America great again. Have young families own homes and have children. That's how we do it.
Yes, and it's not. You can't just give child tax credits and stuff like that. You have to change the whole environment to get people to start having kids.
Exactly right. Yes.
Which starts with 40 million deportations.
Yes.
And then Marius, and then Sulla took over. Yep, Sulla fucked up a bunch of shit.
Gages,
Sorry, I'm big on Roman history, okay?
Gages, Marius, I don't believe you. Now, another one. He did a 20,000 word. Let's see it. We'll pull it up. Trump to anti-Semites, you're not welcome in MAGA. And this is the New York Post, of course. So basically, he has a tiny, I think we don't need them. I think we don't like them, is the only quote in a 2-hour, 23,000 word interview. That's all he said. And then the New York Post is, Trump to anti-Semites, we're coming for you. Dan Bongino's going to eat you alive. It's like,
wait, so you're telling me that the New York businessman who's been around Jews his whole life isn't necessarily going to be as critical as maybe like a white kid from the South, as about him. I mean, he's a boomer from New York. I mean, that's not his priority. You can't fault them on that.
It's like we always say too, of course he's not going to, say that. It's just like, Hollywood movies. It's a bad idea to alienate half of your audience, right? You want as many people to vote for you as possible, so you're going to try to make as many people happy as possible as well.
Also, I mean, he's been handling pretty well. Like when they brought up Nick Fuentes to him last time, he's like, I don't know him. Kanye brought him with him. I know him. And it's like Kanye is the crazier one, and he let black people out of prison for Kanye and Kim.
Yep.
And big respect to JD Vance, publicly calling for Nick Fuentes to not be censored on social media. He supported his free speech.
Yeah, that's
Big
what I'm saying.
respect.
The headline makes it sound terrible, but no, he handled it pretty well for a boomer neocon.
It's just it's the media trying to cause more division. That's what they do.
It's literally 2 half sentences like jammed together, and then the rest is just like his history with all the groypers and stuff like that. And
you don't hate the left-wing media enough, is what we've boiled it down to. Yes.
Yeah, and then actually, so what annoys me isn't that he said that; it's that he did a 2-hour interview with the New York Times. What the hell, Trump? Why are you talking to those fucking liars? And
he should have interviewed with InfoWars instead, frankly, in my opinion.
Like he did
just
when
like
he
ran
ran
in 2016.
Yeah,
did like the 60 Minutes interview and stuff like that. Like they're doing them all in bad faith.
Stop it. Go on a freaking podcast, you dummy. That's what got you elected again.
Yeah.
And then these Republicans in Congress are absolutely worthless and keep pork barreling and shoving everything in and funding all the stuff we thought we defunded. Republican majority passed 3 Democrat bills tonight for more than $1 billion in spending. Oh yeah, we brought Obamacare subsidies back. You know how we're going to shut down the government for that? Yeah, they just went ahead and had like 17 Republicans went ahead and voted. And yeah, we're just doing Obamacare subsidies again, guys. The whole thing they shut the government down over. Yeah, we're just doing it. More than $1 billion in spending. Horrible. Most of it on foreign countries. I thought we were done with that. Tim Burchett, one of the few worth a damn, was one of only about 20 Republicans that voted no on all 3. Republicans have to purge the party in primaries. Yeah, when everyone tried to tell me that, oh, we have a mandate, I was like, bro, have you heard of Lisa Murkowski before? I believe, yeah, she was. Oh, no, actually, I exited at her. Yeah, I didn't want to hear her stupid face. Yeah, it's like, do you know how many rhinos we have? Like, we barely have a mandate with the numbers, let alone them actually being worth the fuck. So, yeah, they've been absolutely worthless. Here we go. ABF, this is a Arizona congressman, Eli Crane.
He's awesome.
Tomorrow, the House will vote on my amendment to defund the National Endowment for Democracy. The Trump admin tried to defund this rogue organization, yet Congress is trying to give it more money. They're sneaking all this stuff in through Congress because he's doing it all through executive order, and then a lot of stuff, nothing gets done because they don't do like legislation. And then when they do legislation, they say, fuck your executive order. We're going to fund it anyways. So, man, this Congress.
I wasn't even aware of this.
Absolutely worthless. Yeah, they keep sneaking all sorts of stuff in. Most people weren't. It was Mike Benz. Yeah, he shouts out Mike Benz for calling all this out. And then okay, and then boobies. Okay, so my UK brethren out there, I swear I tried to cover this for you guys, but I always go too long, and then I always have to exit out. So we're gonna go. Nigel Farage. I warmly welcome Nadim Zahawi.
Star Wars name.
Nadim Zahawi to Reform UK, a successful businessman who reached the top of the tree in politics and knows how to get stuff done. Nigel Farage is going to destroy the UK. Why is Farage reassembling Boris's useless team? Yeah, he was one of the head Tories, which is their useless ass party that's gonna get basically 0 seats. Rupert Lowe, actually worth a fuck, got kicked out of the party, got Me Too'd over fake allegations by Nigel Farage because he was more right-wing and more popular than Farage, and Farage is a fucking diva, an egomaniac, so he keeps kicking all the actual good conservative people out and replacing them with all the Tories, which his party is supposed to be replacing. Instead, he's filling it with the fucking Tories.
Rupert Lowe is based as hell. Love that guy.
He's great. Farage has made an enormous mistake welcoming him into reform. This is not the change the British people want. We need to utterly decimate the British establishment, not become it. That's the problem. Just reading a tweet from Reform Zawahi where he states that it's incumbent upon us all to support the vile Black Lives Matter. That he says that children can overrule their own parents to get the COVID jab. Video from a debate where he argues that immigration is positive because it means Somalians in Britain can send money back to Somalia. Significant cuts to immigration would cut off a major financial lifeline to the world's poorest.
Fuck them, not our problem, not England's problem. Like, fuck you. You're the problem.
Farage is going to be a bigger conservative than Trump in his first term. He's not going to get shit done, and things are going to be really bad. Currently, though, they are out of power. So all of this civil warring, at least they're out of power. So hopefully they can get something better, or at least pressure Nigel to be a bit more actually conservative. The problem with us is we're having our conservative civil war while we're in power.
Well, it's a global thing, right? Like there's, if you look, like even look at Japan, for instance, right? Like their new prime minister. There are people who are very worried about her, but she was also part of Shinzo Abe's cabinet and one of his like most trusted like cohorts. But then you have the right wing in Japan that is like the establishment right wing fucking hates her. There's civil wars happening on the right side all over the globe, and we just have to cross our fingers that the actual conservative side of it, the people that have the same values that we have, they're the ones that we need to win. And Nigel Farage, even though he waves that flag, he's not one of them.
He's not enough. That's just like our problem with Trump in his second term is so much better than Nigel.
Yeah.
And it's still arguably not going to be enough unless he kicks it up several more notches. And that was the problem, is the right were in charge for like 14 years. And the only reason that they're stuck with this crazy labor government is because the right was so worthless. All you can do is vote for the opposition. And that's the worry in the midterms. The opposition party usually wins because people don't know politics. They're like, life sucks, I'm going to vote for the other guys. That's the worry. And then without Trump on the ticket in 2026, and especially with Trump not on the ticket in 2028, people don't quite understand just how much pull he has and how many votes he gets other Republicans as well by being on that ticket. We need to worry, and Trump really needs to ratchet things up, which he does seem to finally be doing a bit more, thankfully, recently.
I would hope that for 2028 he'll go do tons of rallies, just like he was trying to get elected on his own as well.
That's one of the concerns, though, is Susie Wiles wants to get him out on the campaign trail for the midterms. There's only so many hours in the day. I don't want him campaigning for fucking midterms. I want him getting shit done, and that will do far more than anything that him campaigning and giving speeches and stuff for midterms would do.
And
he also
do hate that idea of
once a week. Go out and do a rally. Go.
No, he needs to do a fireside chat. Set up a podcast studio in the White House if there isn't one already. They've done it before. Fireside chats.
I disagree, just because I think more of that energy comes from him being in a crowd and the crowd reaction to him. I think that there's really something there with that. Now, I don't think he should overdo it because he's not on the ticket. I think he needs to focus on getting shit done. But I think that it is good to see crowd reaction to him, and that helps a lot with polls.
Results, I think, will do.
I think in key elections, maybe in like really close calls in certain states, maybe do a rally for a particular candidate. But also, he needs better advisors, because he's out here endorsing freaking Tony Gonzalez in Texas over Brandon Herrera, the two-way freedom-loving champion, the AK guy on YouTube.
It's because
he's endorsing rhinos over him.
He gets told who to endorse by like a group of people.
It's too bad. It's too bad. That's too bad. Yeah.
Because he's still letting the Republican establishment run shit, and he needs to fucking quash that bitch.
Yeah. Need America first.
All right, wee bit more. So Britain is trying to ban X because of all the putting Kier Starmer into bikinis. He was asking for it. My girl Anna Paulina Luna. If Starmer is successful in banning X in Britain, I will move forward with legislation that's currently being drafted to sanction not only Starmer, but Britain as a whole. This is what we talked about. I like that they revoked green cards and stuff like that, passports. I like that. Sanctions. That's what they deserve, which I did really like that. And then Canada, Britain was like, us in Canada, Australia, we're going to get together as super censors and we're all going to ban X. And even the Canadian government's like, bro, we're not doing that. It was too much totalitarian censorship for Canada. That's how bad it was.
Wild. Canada's like that weird baby fledgling country that's like, you have a couple of good thoughts. We just, as America, as your senpai, we probably just need to coach you in the right direction. And you guys are all almost there. Because even like a lot of the like crazy liberals in Canada aren't anywhere close to like decently like liberal minded people in the US. They're far more right wing in a lot of cases.
and their conservatives are quite conservative.
Their
as
conservatives are very conservative. Yeah.
Last one. Or go ahead.
Really quick. You should get Kohlhauser back on here because they've been. I think it was Calgary. Yep. It was either Albany or Calgary. I can't remember. They had massive lines on Alberta to vote on like seceding from Canada.
Yeah, Alberta's trying to fucking leave Canada. It's so
good. I would love to hear Kohlhauser talk about that. So you should try to get him.
You know what he said on my stream last night? The Iranian smoking girl that burnt the picture of that was in like his province. That was in Canada. That girl. That's where she's from. In his area.
Someone pointed that out in the comments, and I'm like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. But hey,
he's like, she's from my area, like think like city or something, and it's kind of cool.
I've been seeing some of the we don't like our Muslims, we don't like our Middle Easterners, Persians. Yep. Honestly, if Iran got their shit together, that would help a lot in that region.
Well, there's a lot of non-Muslim people in Iran too. People didn't realize that as well.
It's like 50% or something. Yeah, they don't like having the Muslim dictators ruling over them. And as far as people capable of civilization in that region, they're one of the only ones. So
a lot of science and math came from that area too. A lot of it.
Persian Empire was like the third biggest empire in history, third or fourth biggest empire in history. And if those people with those same thoughts kind of came back, I mean, that area would probably be in a pretty good place. Just saying.
All right, now final tab, because ABF's got some streaming to do. I wanted to end it with some good news. We very rarely get that out of the UK. Government drops plans for mandatory digital ID to work in the UK. They are scrapping it because of how unbelievably unpopular it and Kier Starmer is.
Mass non-compliance. Awesome. I told you guys, it works.
Yep. It works. And people were voicing it so much. I saw a poll that I don't know how accurate it is, but let's just say there was a certain Austrian painter that right before he put a gun to his head in Germany in the 40s, more popular than Kier Starmer is right now.
Approval rating wise, right?
Yeah, approval rating.
Kier Starmer is less popular than someone who lost the war. Yeah.
Oh yeah, now they're in like a year, but that's the thing is they have like 5-year terms or whatever. So if he doesn't do snap elections, like if he doesn't resign, do snap elections,
he's delayed elections 3 times? I think Kier Starmer has delayed elections 3 times.
You sure? No, they just got in last year. They have they got 5-year terms. But with the parliamentary system, if they can't get anything done, a lot of times they'll dissolve parliament, do like snap elections, and try to form a new government because you all have to make the stupid deals and shit. Except Reform UK is so big, they don't even have to team up with the useless ass Tories. But instead, anyways, Farage is bringing all the Tories in. So the minister responsible for rolling out the policy said it would be a route to the digital transformation of customer-facing public services. And he said a consultation will be launched very shortly, adding, I'm confident this time next year the polling will be in a much better place on digital ID than it is today. So basically, they're like, well, it's not popular now, so we'll do some consultations and we'll force it on you here in a year or two.
Did you guys see the game that they have, the browser-based game that they put out?
We're going to try to talk about that tomorrow.
Sorgon stream playing it.
So there's I don't know how true or false it is. There's rumors that that may actually report you to the authorities if you score too low on it, and it's for 11 to 17-year-olds.
I think that's pretty easy to find out, data mining wise. Like you can see where things are trying to go on your network out.
Yeah.
So,
but like I just haven't looked into it. I've just heard a couple of places have said that. I haven't seen anything that verified it. That's why I say it that way.
But that's a big win. Like that's one of the things I'm very concerned about is digital ID, stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's one of the things that pushes people away from shit like that is whenever you've got a government putting games out to track your children, and people don't like that, and they go, you know what? Maybe government tracking everything isn't a great idea.
It never is. Patriot Act sucks.
Yep.
Gamers just got more radicalized. You love to see it. Speaking of gamers, ABF, I set up the raid. We will go and raid into this. It's going to be, sweet. I assume you're going to probably get into it very shortly after, right?
Oh, yeah. I'll probably start right on time.
Okay, question real quick. Have you played any of it yet, ABF?
No, I've only seen clips
Oh.
of other people playing it.
Okay.
And like I was saying, I saw someone who's in the game do like voice acting and stuff for it, play himself in the game. It's kind of funny, or at least investigating himself coming into the quarantine zone.
It's very interesting, but I'll tell you that it takes some leveling up to get to the point that you get to make your own executions. So, yeah, they don't let you do that right off the bat.
So-
I think that's one of the later kind of things that happens. But the game is very interesting and fun.
So, AB, if you remember the role I want to do in Macedonia is gatekeeper, like decide who gets in and out. Plus, I get lots of bribes and all that stuff. Yeah, this is basically that, like post-apocalyptic gatekeeping.
Yep.
Did you read the
I might need to play
description
it.
on my video?
Oh no, what was it? Sorry,
Pull it
I
up.
did. Ah, dang it. Go to Memento.
Yeah. No, like I said, I played the game for a little bit. I had a lot of fun with it. I think you'll enjoy it for a while. Like there's definitely something there.
Gonna have to check it out. Looking forward to watching it.
And what else you got coming up, ABF? Anything?
Let's see. Tomorrow, Trigger Happy, and then Late and Gay, which we're gonna have a very special show where we're gonna be giving out awards. Yes, and to whom? I don't even think we're allowed to say yet. But we're gonna. You might want to tune in.
Mo finally getting his like gayest man.
His avocado
2025
award?
acceptance award. Yeah, his golden avocado.
No, he already got his avocado.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's got the
That's
avocado
such a
body
mouth.
pillow. I gave it to him, so yeah.
Thank you for a meme idea, Erwin. Thank you.
Oh wait, why don't comedians like being quarantined? They can only make inside jokes. Also, stop by and help me gatekeep who's allowed to be in Macedonia. That's
thought you'd
my
like that.
job, ABF. The goddamn. Isaac, you got any streams coming up?
Yes, big announcement. This Monday, special edition Golden Age podcast on a modified time. Please subscribe to my channel on YouTube. We're going to be having Jay Drunk 3PO on to talk Daughter's Revenge. And at the same time, we're having Angry Badger on as well. So it's a twofer. So this Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, Jay Drunk 3PO and Angry Badger. We're going to be covering current events and Daughter's Revenge. It's going to be the biggest stream we've ever done. So check it out. Thank you for your support very much.
That's huge.
Let's go.
It is. Yeah.
And then we should hopefully be playing some Crap Champions, I believe, after ABS stream tomorrow night. And then
Fun game.
Obviously, I'll be back for some open bar pregame on Thursday. Granola's slipping in a member month for 6 months. Soros offered me $50 an hour to come here and protest the chat by declining. Told me ABF and Jake Martin are my chat daddy. Yes, chat daddies. That's. I have
You'll
no
love
idea
to see
what
it.
you're talking about, chat daddies.
Granola, just take the Soros money and then don't do the job.
Yes, be her inside man.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Double agent.
All right, Hayden, anything you wanted to leave our lovely chat with?
I have basically just become an internet orbiter. I just hang out with my friends on the internet at this point. But
Yeah, it's great.
You know, I'm gonna revitalize my channel this year at some point. But today I had to work 16 hours instead of 12, and I ended my day covered in oil and toxic chemicals, and had to take a shower before I got on stream. So that's why my YouTube channel has basically disappeared. But I'll be coming back.
I've joked that my job is basically just finding things for me and my friends to laugh at and call retarded.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys.
I love being a part of it.
I would have already been looking at people to call retards. So, you know, you'll never work a day in your life if you do something you love, calling people retards. Appreciate you all so much. Make sure you join ABF. We're not going to run the outro. We're just going to go and raid straight into him after we play a hilarious clip. Appreciate y'all. Couldn't do it without you, and we will see you later.